Maybe a little bit later. I'm gonna listen to it.
You know, it's going to take at least 2 hours until you digest that, right? Okay. How's it going? What's on discussion for today? Well, okay. Yeah, today I'm going to continue the new segment on Grail of the Serpent, which is Storytime with the Sorcerer, where I'm going to teach you through stories. Okay? I'm just going to tell you about my experiences with different spirits and how to deal with them, how to recognize them in your life, and hopefully you're going to learn something from that. Okay, so I have worked with probably every single spirit that you've ever heard of. I'm, and I'm not just kidding. You know, I had a phase in my life where I would go into bookstores, libraries, and whatever, and I would find the oldest fucking mythology book, and then I would work with every single entity that was mentioned in those books. So imagine a book that is like 150 years old and deals with a mythology of, I don't know, ancient Mesopotamia, you know, or you know, see what our culture is lacking, and what old cultures had, that we're missing is the world was um, animated. If that makes sense. Okay, so everything was ritualized. Everything was considered to have consciousness, and you could interact with non-physical activities. You know, what does that mean? See, people aren't just automatons. You know, we need our soul to be fed. We're consciousness. We're even more mental beings than we're physical beings. You see, so in a society that we live in today, where everything is materialized and everything is considered to be an extension of matter or a combination of different aspects of matter, the soul is starving, and the soul is, you know, yeah, people are starving for some spiritual uh, wisdom, knowledge, you know. So that's what I'm here to give you. And I want you to just throw out some names. Who do you want me to lecture on? What spirits? And it's been requested today that I cover a female spirit, a feminine spirit. Okay, so just throw out your names here, and I'm going to pick one. Hikate, oh man. Maud, Astaroth. I don't think Astaroth is a female, to be honest. Anyone else? Lilith. Why are people so fascinated with Lilith? I fucking hate that bitch. Seriously. Can't stand her. Well, maybe I should tell you why I hate that bitch, huh? How about that? Okay. All right. All right. All right. All right. Okay. So let's talk about Lilith. Who cares? Okay. Well, I have a personal disdain for this entity. Okay. Now, first of all, who is Lilith? Okay, let me give you some background. Lilith is a represents a certain principle. Okay, so in creation, there, you know, there was the female aspect and the masculine aspect. Okay, and they're represented as Adam and Eve, you could say. Okay, now Eve is the second female. Eve is the second female, the one that was submissive, if you will. Okay, Lilith was the first creation, meaning she was created as the first female, but she could not be submitted. Okay, she could not be submitted. She is essentially the female principle of the demonic. Okay, the demonic is that which refuses to bow down to the rules of existence, if you will. Okay, these forces are destructive. Lilith is the mother of the demons, the mother of all demons, meaning she represents the female archetype of the demonic. What does that entail? The reversal of everything. She reverses everything. The dynamic between male and female is, all over the place. That's it. Now, that entity is not easy to deal with. Very hard to control. And at the end of the day, it's destructive. See, when we look at existence and how consciousness develops, everything develops from less order into more order. Through experience, things are supposed to gain more and more understanding, therefore structure in their own consciousness, and then they're capable of developing further. When we look at the demonic is limited in a way. What does that mean? The demonic is limited in a way where it is not constructive, it is destructive. Okay? So you can use the demonic forces, meaning the forces of chaos in existence, to manifest things, absolutely. However, in your progress and in your development, they're not going to be helpful. Why? Because they, by their own nature, by virtue of what they are, they will cause chaos and destruction in your life and in your consciousness. Now, if you're not strong enough to balance that out, you're going to have a problem, obviously, right? So, Lilith being a feminine aspect of that demonic force, the mother of all demons, that's what it's called, has certain strengths. Okay, no question. So I had a phase where I was working with her. Why? Because I wanted to work with succubi. Okay, now here's a secret in the occult. If you want to dominate a certain class of entities, certain class of energies, what do? You go straight to the top. You go to the top in the hierarchy, and you learn from that source. You master the power that entity has, and then you learn to direct it. Okay. Now, succubi, incubi, and degenerative sexuality, and psychological aspects connected to that, they're ruled by Lilith. Also, the dream realm, you could say, a lot of the, a lot of the realm of dreams is also influenced by her, connected to her. And I had a phase where I was working with her. Now, here's the thing. Imagine a complete whore, okay, like an actual whore, like a woman that uses her body, and all women do that to an extent, okay? All women do that to an extent. Let me get this straight, okay? I truly believe that there's a little bit of a whore in every single woman. It's just the truth, okay? What do I mean by that? Women have a tendency to lie. That's number one. Okay, women have a tendency to lie. They have a problem with being honest, with the truth. That's just a fact. Okay, if you're a woman, you can't even trust your best friend. Okay, let's be honest. You can't even trust your best friend as females, okay? You probably have a best friend that is now, or somebody that used to be your best friend and is now your enemy as a girl, okay? To me, it always feels like you're just one comment away of, you know, destroying the friendship and and go in separate ways, right? The problem, never mind. Okay, so of course I'm generalizing here, and of course men have also a lot of negative tendencies. I'm not saying that, you know, women are the root of all evil. Of course not. That's not what I'm saying here. What I'm saying is that the female principle in existence is the one that causes chaos, the one that causes confusion. Okay, the masculine principle creates structure and is light. Okay, light. The female aspect in existence creates confusion, clutters the mind, and conceals to a large extent. Okay, so here's the thing. As I was working with Lilith and began to expose myself to these energies more and more, that, well, brought experiences into my life, experiences of that nature. Okay? And when I say I hate Lilith, it's not that I hate a person. Okay? Once again, you got to get out of that mindset that entities have actual personalities. They are the representation of a certain aspect in reality. I am a man that is very, very straightforward. Okay? I have a very big problem with compromising the truth in my life. Okay? I'm very black and white, if that makes sense. Okay? I'm very straightforward. So the energy of Lilith, which is concealment, which is like shady, okay, which is using one face to take advantage, uh, like concealing your real intentions, and taking advantage of somebody. Um, that's an energy that I don't like. Okay. See, when you work with a specific entity, when you expose yourself to a certain energetic quality, and that will awaken certain characteristics within yourself. And this is not something I want to have in my life. This is not something that I enjoy. And few people do. Okay, so when I say Lilith is a whore, that's what she is. She cannot be trusted. That energy cannot be trusted. She will lure you in with seductive incubi, seductive dreams, seductive sexual experiences. But the result of that is going to be a crash. Okay? Who is Lilith? Who would that be? Have you seen, the other day we watched Hustlers, right? We watched Hustlers. And I don't know if you have seen that movie, but it's basically a bunch of strippers that are not making enough money. They're struggling. So what they start doing is they start luring men in, men they think they have money, and then they drug them, and then they max out their credit cards. And this is how they make a great living, okay? So if you have to put a face onto Lilith, it would be J Lo in that movie. What was it? What was her name? What was her character's name? Ramona. Yeah, Ramona in Hustlers. That's Lilith, if you will. Okay, just a little bit more ruthless, with less of a motherly instinct. Okay, that's Lilith. Everything that makes the feminine disgusting. That's what Lilith represents. And well, the experiences that I had were very negative with her. Okay, you will meet more and more people like that. You will meet women like that. See, when you have incubi and succubi, what would you use them for? Why would you work with them? Well, some people, use these entities to actually have spirit lovers. Why would you want to have a spirit lover? First of all, Number two, that entity is mostly suck on you. Okay, yeah, they're gonna suck you off. The what you can use a succubus for is you can bind it to an object and then you say a couple of words when you're in the presence of somebody and tell it to move into that person. Okay, just by the way, what I would recommend you do anyways. Okay, bind your spirits or even servitors to objects that you wear, jewelry, your fucking glasses, hat, whatever, and then you should have a certain combination of words that when they're spoken, the spirit begins to affect the other person that you chosen to affect. Okay. Now, be careful though. Be careful to, or you know, I probably shouldn't say be careful because I've done that myself. Okay. Look, I see that every day. Look, I'm surrounded with a lot of spirits, and strangers react to me in a very strange way. It's never a neutral thing, man. I'm like, even if I try to be mellow or nice or whatever, people are always a little bit cautious, you know. And there's no other reason than my energy for that. Okay, so my energy is filled with a lot of spirits, a lot of entities, a lot of servitors. So just be aware that when you do that, people will pick up on that. That's just a natural instinct. People pick up on your energy. Okay, so the point is this. And this is a side note now. I know I'm going off topic, but create an army of entities around you that you can use for different purposes, and you just send them out and they do things for you. Okay. Structure your universe in that way. So, Lilith is, or a succubi or a succubus or an incubus you would use for obviously influencing somebody's sexual fantasies, nature, and whatever in your favor, right? But the type of energy or the type of people that you're going to react, I mean, you're going to attract are also on that frequency. Okay, so you're going to get a lot of messed up individuals. You're going to get people you don't really want to waste your time with. Okay, I've made that mistake myself, and I wouldn't recommend you do that. Lilith, you probably should work with just to know what that feels like, what that entity is like. But I can't stand her. I say that seriously. I can't stand that energy. She's a whore. She's the epitome of a whore. Epitome of a whore. Okay? She will kiss you in one moment and then cut your throat in the next. Okay? Now, if you like that, well, go ahead, enjoy. But don't tell me I haven't warned you. Okay? I have. I have warned you. Frank, you say reality is completely subjective, but nature is undeniably real. Okay. Do you really want me to go into that? Okay, cool. All right. Let's say it's 30 degrees, 30 degrees Fahrenheit. One person is going to start shivering, and one person is going to be like, I'm fine. Okay. And that's where it starts. Now, of course, there are absolute limits in terms of how cold can it get until a person dies? How hot can it get until a person dies? Okay. That's true. That's true. But look, physical matter, even that is an illusion. If you don't believe me, you don't have to believe me. Study some quantum physics. Okay? Study some quantum physics. Matter is a wave. It's not solid. It is not solid. And see, when you talk about the subjectivity of reality, you gotta include perception. Okay? Because what changes reality is how you perceive it. Okay? Because particles don't actually become particles or are not perceived as particles until they're observed. Before that, they're waves. It's unclear where and what they are and what speed they have. Okay, so the perception influences what you see. When you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. Okay? Now, when it comes to everyday experiences, they're very malleable. There's a lot of room for interpretation, and therefore everybody will have an individual experience. Okay? The reason why things are not completely malleable, meaning I'm not looking at this, I'm looking at this thing and I choose to perceive it as a horse and it turns into a horse. Why does that not happen? Because there are probabilities. Okay. The combination that you're seeing here is the most likely combination of the atoms or particles in this thing. Okay. In a magical ritual, you will have different outcomes, okay, different future outcomes. Each of those outcomes will have different probabilities. Now, the task for you as the magician is to perceive and observe, meaning through emotion and through investing emotional energy into a specific reality, choosing what external reality will actually manifest, meaning what the collective will actually perceive. Okay, and you can do that. You, through your subjective perception, choose a future possibility that you want to tune into, and you invest as much emotional energy into it as possible, as necessary and possible, so that it actually comes about. Okay, the perception changes what is being perceived. Okay, but you can only do that to a certain extent because certain positions, certain positions are just very, very unlikely. Okay, think of it as a normal distribution. Certain positions of the particle are just extremely, extremely unlikely, so it takes an enormous amount of energy to actually make that happen. Most of them are going to happen within a very close range. Okay. But inside of that window, you can change things quite a bit. Yeah. There's a lot of stuff that you can make happen, and it all requires energy. That's what it is. Energy is the limiting factor. I mean survival and self-preservation versus social morals. I mean survival and self-preservation versus social morals. Thank you. Say reality is completely subjective, but nature is undeniably real. Undeniably real. I mean survival and self-preservation versus social morals. Okay, I don't know what you're trying to get into here. I don't condone violence. I don't condone destruction of property in any kind. Okay. You're supposed to, like, if you're watching this, I assume that you're above 18 years old and a sane individual. Period. Okay. Anything else is your own decision. Do whatever the fuck you want. I mean survival and stuff. Are you relating to my video that I posted earlier? I think I made myself clear. I don't know what you mean. How to control the spirit when it is in your energy field. I'm not going to answer that. I agree, some people are out there. Hear you about the truth. I am the same. I am the same way. That's very high on my list. Okay, nice. Hey Frank, quick question. What's a good way to create energy for ritual during ritual? Music, dance, sport. Generate ritual. I mean generate energy for the ritual. Look, it's more about directing the energy. That's the most important thing. Generating energy. Yeah, life force. What is life force? Sexual energy. You could say sexual energy. The life force that you have. See, just going for a run, yeah, it will release some sort of kinetic energy, but you can't direct that energy. It's just gonna go. It's just gonna go away. You have to find a way to direct that energy. That's what's the most important thing here. Okay? Now, when you hear people using dances in rituals just to get them into an altered state and to release some of their blocks, but the directing of the energy is um, is what's actually going to make it happen. Okay, how do you know when a spirit is calling to you? Does that happen on its own or is it caused by a specific action? You have to observe your environment. You have to observe what comes into your life, what happens around you. Huh? Totally. I love it. Sounds like a xylophone. Great content, Frank. Just jumped in. What do you think happens to the soul or a spirit when we die? Well, that depends on the individual. Depends on, have you experienced the other side before your body has died? Okay. Um, I'm gonna release the Egyptian Book of the Dead rather soon through a publisher. Okay. And if you're interested in that, I recommend you get that. Okay. I'm gonna lay it all out in there, all the rituals, the whole process that you need to go through in order to control your reincarnation process. And if you don't want to come back, you don't have to. Yeah, the Egyptian Book of the Dead. Any tips on shadow work? How does one do that properly? Shadow work. Okay, shadow work. Bro, oh man, I don't know. Look, there's nothing in nature that does not make sense. And that includes your psychology. Okay, so when we talk about shadow work, it's just aspects of yourself that are considered of a lower nature. Okay, or maybe fears that you have. But they all make sense, because it's all about survival. So if you have shadow aspects, it's not necessarily a bad thing. What do I mean by that? You need to, first of all, identify them, and then make sure that that they don't keep influencing you subconsciously. Okay, so there are many processes that you can use for that. Hypnosis. Looking at the patterns in your life. Looking at the patterns of your life. Where in your life are you inhibited? Where in your life are you inhibited? Where is your ability to survive and to, keep solving problems inhibited? Okay, and then you look at that aspect of your life and, make sure that you get to a level where you can solve the problems. Okay, and as you do that, you will do shadow work. Oh wow, I was about to ask that. Any tips on shadow work? Okay. Oh, okay, better example. Female nature versus romanticized beliefs about females. Okay. Well, I think both genders are misunderstood because look, man, female nature is about look, everything is about survival. A female wants to survive. A female wants to survive, just like a male wants to survive. But we have different strategies. We have to because men don't bear children, right? There are different strategies when it comes to that. I also think that women have don't really have loyalty to their men. I don't believe that. Okay. I believe if a woman begins to see weaknesses in you and she sees a better deal somewhere else, she's gonna go there. That's for sure. So yeah, that's female nature. And come on. And men, we will always look at other women too, right? Uh, Men will always be interested in more than one partner. Yeah. So I don't know what you're going where you're going with. I think women have a legitimate survival strategy and men have a legitimate survival strategy too. It's uh, Men love looks, yes, and this affects them too. Yeah, sure. I mean, this is like the most basic stuff. And look, if you just look around the world, that's just uh, that's just so obvious, right? Like, how often do you see this gorgeous woman, and it is a fact that a woman's social value is connected to her looks, right? Primarily, okay? And that's anyone who's offended by that, don't be offended. It's just a fact. I didn't create the game, okay? Hate the game, not the player. It's just a fact, okay? A woman's social value is highest before 30, okay? Highest before 30, and it's that's when she's in her prime, and it's determined by her looks. Okay, so I believe that it is smart as a woman to invest a lot of work into your looks. I think that's very smart. And I'm not saying that women shouldn't be intellectual. I'm not saying that women shouldn't study and all that, but I'm talking about the mating game, okay? The mating game is before fucking feminism, okay? The mating game is before that's fucking nature, okay? It's primal. It's not fair. It's fucking evolution, okay? I'm sorry. But I'm not sorry. Fuck that. No, it's just a fact, okay? And any man here who's honest with themselves will agree, okay? First of all, what we look for is looks. Okay, everything comes way behind that. It's just a fact, okay? And then of course intelligence is very important and whatever, okay? So what do women look for? I believe women look for not for looks, okay? Looks might help. Men love looks because it's a sign of good health, yes, that's true. Men look for, women look for, first and foremost, I think social status is the number one thing. Okay, social status is what they look for, resources. It's not muscles. Okay, muscles are looks, and that's good. I think that helps. Okay, looks, muscles, height, that helps. Okay, but number one is social status and resources, money, and that's just a fact. Okay, it's just a fact. A woman looks at your social status and your money the way you look at her face, tits, and ass. It's just what it is. Okay. And anyone who's offended by that, go fucking complain. Argue with nature. Go argue with Mother Nature. Go ahead, do that. Intelligence, respect, authority. Okay. Well, if you say so, okay, that's fine. Providers and perspectives. I've seen it before. There's an expiration date, though. Beautiful women don't have to be intelligent as long as she cashes in before hitting the wall. Well, though that's what I look for, but I'm strange. I don't know. These days you find subliminals which claim to change physical appearance. Look, man, I'm not a woman. I'm not a woman, okay? And I go based on my experience, okay? And I've rarely seen anything not like connected to that rule. Okay, I'm not saying that there aren't exceptions to the rule, but come on, man. I mean, if you had to make a bet, are you gonna go with the route that gets you to that gets you the result 80% of the time, or the one that gets you the result 20% of the time? Okay. Frank is telling the truth from both ends. Look in public. Yeah. How often do you see an ugly guy with a super hot girl? Do you see that often? Yeah, I think you do. And what would you think about that guy if you saw that? Like if you see like a let's say a guy in his 50s or 60s, overweight, bald. Yeah, you would exactly. You would, and he has this super hot girl next to him, right? You would think, oh, he has money. Exactly. Oh, he's probably a millionaire. He's probably powerful. Yeah, exactly. He's got money, money, money. Exactly. So, you know, and money translates into power in the society, right? So that's what it is. You see? He's got cash. You got money. Yeah. I mean, everybody knows this shit. You know, everybody knows it. These days, you find subliminals which claim to change physical appearance. Does this work in the same way as manifestation in general? Is it possible to do the same by holding on to the intention? Yes, I know for a fact, not on myself, but I know people who have used subliminals to change all kinds of things about themselves. Yes, physical appearance. Nothing wrong with men liking looks. Of course not. You know, some people say that society, they put so much pressure on women to look good. Look, I've never seen anyone forcing a woman to, you know, go into a makeup store. As far as I know, all women that I know they enjoy putting makeup on their faces. You know, it's just what it is. Mr. Sopax, will you ever make a course on healing the human body? No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. It's an art. Okay. Yeah. But because they believe if she doesn't take care of of her health, then he loses her in the future. What? Because they believe if she doesn't take care of her, then he will lose her in the future. Are you saying that if she stops taking care of herself, he will lose interest? Absolutely, of course. Of course. Just because you're with a person doesn't mean that the game ends. Do you think you got them for, like, do you think you can keep them forever without any effort? It's a constant battle. It's a constant battle. You gotta constantly work on it. No, she die or have bad health. Yeah, got it. Okay. So my recommendation, that's my personal opinion, whether you believe in it or not. As a woman, you should, if you wanna, I don't know, if you wanna have the most suitors, if you wanna have the most, if you wanna have the biggest pool of suitors to pick from, okay, work on your looks. That's the easiest way to increase your wave. So you could also, of course, you could be a nerd. Okay, you could be a super, you could be a nerdy girl. that has an IQ of 160 and can fucking make, do calculations, quantum physics and all this stuff. Absolutely. Yeah. You know what you're gonna get? I don't think you're gonna get the guys that you want at that point. So we were just talking. What is your opinion on that? They were just asking me about the difference between men and women when it comes to sexual market value.
Okay.
You know, and of course, women have other qualities. Women are, yeah, of course, women are intelligent. Of course, women are. I think there are a few things that women can't do that men can do. Physical aspects aside, I think a woman can do anything a man can do, for sure. Okay, but when it comes to sexuality, when it comes to being attractive, what do you think is the most important thing for a woman? What should a woman work on?
Looks.
Looks. And what does that entail? Looks.
Hair, makeup.
Hair, makeup.
The way you dress.
The way you dress?
You carry yourself.
The way you carry yourself. Okay. All right. Look, we were at the mall today, and you went into a makeup store, right? Did I force you to go into a makeup store?
No.
Okay, please say it so they hear it.
No, you didn't.
Do you enjoy going to a makeup store?
Yes, I do.
What is so enjoyable about putting makeup on your face?
Just feeling pretty.
Feeling pretty.
Mm-hmm.
Does feeling pretty make you feel more powerful?
Yes.
Let's say you're not done. Let's say you would. I mean, the way you sleep, or the way you dress when you sleep, and you would go down the street, versus having spent an hour putting on makeup, picking a dress, and all of that. What is the difference in response that you get from the world?
It seems like doors open up to me.
Doors open up to you.
Yeah, like
right?
people are so much more willing to
Yeah.
help and to.
Yeah. So as a very attractive woman, do you feel like everything is just laid out for you oftentimes? Does it feel like people go out of their way to help you do things and get things done? Or
Yes, but it's not just about the looks, it's also personality and everything else
okay.
involved. I guess
Alright.
as a whole package,
Okay.
not just the looks, because you could have a horrible personality.
Okay. But
And
let me
look
tell you,
at-
even if you had a horrible personality, you don't. You have a very nice personality. Okay. But even if you had a horrible personality, do you think you would still have a lot of advantages looking good?
Oh yeah.
There you go. I believe having feminine power is liberating. Okay, great. Okay, so what do you think a man should have? What should a man focus on to be attractive?
Status,
Okay, define status. What is that?
like social status.
Okay.
Like people just know that you're.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean.
Okay. Okay.
You don't know.
No. Yeah. What else?
Like in regards to other men, people know your status or your level, like where
Okay.
you're at.
Okay.
Okay.
What else?
Money,
Money? Okay. How much?
all of it.
All of it.
I'm kidding.
All of it. He should
and
be able
resources.
to. He should be able to take care of you. Is what
Yes.
you said. Okay. Okay. On a list, when you would have to pick a man, when you have to put together the perfect man for you, what number on that list would looks be?
It wouldn't be my first one. It wouldn't be my most important one. Probably like 5.
5.
5 or
There you
6.
go. Number 5. Where do you think guys value looks? Where's that?
Top of the list.
Number 1?
Number 1.
Yes.
Definitely number 1.
There you go. You see that you got it from the woman. And see, she doesn't get offended because of the fucking truth. And you know why she doesn't get offended? Because she's a pretty woman. That's why. The only people who get offended by this fucking truth are ugly women and loser guys. I'm serious. Those are the only people who get offended by the truth. You know? Ladies, if I can give you a tip, Instead of complaining about this stuff, start eating right and go to the gym. Okay? And you guys, instead of complaining about that, get your money right and fucking build up some skills so you can gain some social status. Because what is status? Status is other people value your opinion and they respect your authority in some sort of field. That's status. Okay? That's status. That's it. Okay? So work on that. Very simple. So men gain power through money and social status. Can you help me in these areas? Well, yeah, definitely. Absolutely. It all goes hand in hand. Very true. Ever since I wear makeup, perfume, and long hair. Okay, so people treat you differently. Okay, good. So finally, someone told the truth. Yeah. Wow. Incredible. Frank does them in the palm have a higher meaning. What? Does the M in the palm have a higher meaning or is it meaningless? What kind of M are you talking about, bro?
Awesome.
Oh, this one? Or here? I've been born with this. I don't know, man. No, it doesn't have a meaning for me. Yeah, of course, like you can read some palms, yeah? Or learn how to read palms. I'm sure there's a meaning connected to that. For many guys, though, their money would be right if they had the right woman. Really? Okay. Hold on. I get drastic difference when I go out with my hair and makeup done versus when I go out looking like crap. Men open doors, give me compliments, etc. Like Elizabeth said, when I do my makeup, I feel powerful. Yeah. It is-
But when would you go out with something?
What? I won't cheat if the money right. Mess up. A good financial situation. That's dumb. Wow. You see? And I also do believe I might be right on that or wrong, but I do believe that women are also better at controlling their sexual desire, if that makes sense. It's not that they don't have it. Of course, they want to fuck just as much, probably even more, but they have. It's easier for them to forego an opportunity. Besides that, as a woman, like how pretty do you really have to be to get laid? Okay, come on. A five, okay, a five goes to a bar. It's probably going to take 2 minutes for a five to find a guy to get laid with. Okay. For a man, that's an 8 or a 9. It's gonna take 3 fucking dates. Like the occasional, one night late. But here's what's gonna happen with that one night late. Okay. Some other guy before that had to fucking talk to this chick for hours. Okay. Had to loosen her up, buy her fucking drinks, blah blah blah. And that guy she shut down. But for some reason, she then decided, okay, today is the day I'm gonna get laid, and she makes it very very easy for you. Okay, so guys, for those of you who have one night lays, or if you get a one night lay, don't be too proud about yourself because some other guy probably worked it up before. Okay, or she just went out with the decision to get laid this night. Okay, so it's rarely anything that you do. It's just that you're in the right place at the right time. That's all. Do spirits of war, martial spirits, help give strength? Those entities make me feel strong when I channel them. Can there be negative effects? Yeah, they can make you a little bit too competitive. I deal with that a lot. It can make you a little bit too over. Like you will just act or speak from a certain energy, and it comes across very aggressive and overly competitive. You know, I think women will settle for the money, but she's gonna cheat with the alpha. She's hardwired to want to carry forth those genes. Being a leader of men and having the right attitude, I think, wins. There's definitely something to that. Yes. You don't want to. You don't want to fall into the provider frame. You know. You don't want to fall into the provider. Yeah. Into the provider frame. Well, what does it mean? I do believe that you can combine both. And I do believe that you should be able to take care of your woman. You shouldn't just be able to do that, but you should actually do that, right? That's just right. But there's a way to be in a relationship and not lose that status. So you can, I think you can combine both. I believe having feminine power is liberating, okay? Even other women treat women different by looks. Yeah, yeah, 100%. Man, I see women give her dirty looks all the time. Okay, so I think there's a good side to that, but also a bad negative side to that. Okay, so yeah, in her face they're probably gonna be very nice, but as soon as she leaves, they're gonna talk shit. But that's just part of the game, right? Or do you think it's not the case? Do you think that agrees? I mean, do you agree?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. Thank you, sir. You're welcome. I agree. Taking care of our looks is our power, Jim. Yeah. Absolutely. Yep, same thing happened to me. When my boyfriend didn't have any ambition or plan, I left him. I got left when I let myself go. It's life. Okay. Hold on. My ex-husband left me because I let myself go. I did learn very much from that relationship. I don't blame him. We were together 16 years and we are still friends, but I learned a lot. Sorry to hear that. Hmm. Well, pretty women don't have many friends. Hey, should I tell? Let me tell you something. I think nobody has a lot of friends. Okay, the people that you think are your friends are probably associates. Okay, and wait till you're in the hospital. Okay, and then and then wait who actually shows up there. Those are your friends. Okay, wait till you're in trouble and ask for help, and then see who's going to help you. Okay, hey, if you want if you want to find out who your friends are, just and you want to make that really quick, just put out a post. Lost all my money. Oh, I'm fucked up. Can somebody please help me? Okay, and then just wait who actually texts you. This is how you're gonna find out your friends. Look, bro, we all have very, very few friends. Okay, that's why you don't want to look for friends. You want to look for fucking allies. Do you get that? Allies. What is an ally? Somebody that assists you in your survival. That's an on and these friendships, especially between men. Let me tell you something. I have allies. Okay? I have allies. I have very few people that I just hang out with for no fucking reason. And when I'm with these people, we don't have normal conversations. Okay, just so you know. With my true friends, allies, I don't have normal conversations about hey, what was on TV and did you watch this show or did you watch that show? No, we have deep fucking conversations. And what's being discussed is how we can make something happen together. How can we become stronger together? How can we fucking put something out there that's going to enrich the world? Okay? I have zero interest in people that just steal my fucking time. And this is what most people consider friends. People that can hang out with, talk shit so the day goes by faster because their life is so fucking meaningless. Okay? This is what people consider friends. That's a waste of time, man. This is somebody that's stealing my time. That's how it works in my mind, you see? So I want allies. I want friends. Okay, people that I can go to yeah, people I can go to war with, people that actually elevate me. I benefit from their existence, they benefit from my existence. And this is how you're supposed to live life. You guys got it all fucking twisted. A friend is not somebody that you fucking go to fucking to the club with to throw your money away or something like that, you know? That's just, I mean, people don't get it, you see? And true quality friends, you will only have a few, okay? Don't think that you have to have 15 friends. That's just ridiculous. Yeah, it's just ridiculous. 15 friends, I can hardly keep up with 5, if that, okay? But those people are real allies. Okay? Real problems can be discussed there. And it's not a bullshit generic answer. Oh, everything's going to be all right. Everything's going to be okay. No, it's not going to fucking work out. You got to make it work out, you see? So, fuck that. You know? You need allies. Fuck friends. You need allies. People that can go to war with you. Met some allies on Grail of the Serpent. That's cool. That's very true, Frank. And of course. I love how real you keep it. Thanks. This is so much the truth, especially my own life, and I'm a veteran as well. Great advice. Okay, cool. Mutual interest with a beneficial dynamic. Okay, nice. Yeah. See, life is simple. Very simple. Can you guide us on manifesting money? I said a lot about that yesterday. Okay. So, hey, but the good thing as men is, okay. Let me finish with this. Okay, I think what guys have to realize, and you know, I talk to a lot of young guys. Okay, like I'm young too. I'm 35 years old. Okay, but compared to others, I'm old, or a little bit wiser. Okay, so let me tell you something about you young guys. Okay, understand that your social value in your 20s is very low, regardless of what you do. Okay, it's gonna, and women reach their peak before 30. Okay, so it's really uneven. Okay, but for you guys, as long as you keep working on yourself, develop some skills, you're actually at an advantage as men. Okay, because we got all this fucking time. Think about it. A woman is basically born, then she goes through childhood, and then once she hits puberty, she begins to become beautiful, right? And let's say she turns 18, she's she's not an adult yet. Okay, she's 18. She's got all this like these weird thoughts in her head, very little understanding about life, but she's supposed to make very hard decisions, right? And she can get pregnant. Okay, and that's a big deal. A woman getting pregnant, that's a responsibility for life. Okay, so she has to figure all of that out. And then she goes through a time where each and every guy just fucking like if she's decent looking, she has so many fucking orbiters. So many guys want to get with her. So many guys lie to her. So many guys fucking promise the world, and she has to find her way through all of that. Okay, that's fucking hard, man. Okay, don't think that this is easy. Okay, and she has to cash in her chips before 30 because then her value begins to drop. Okay, so she has to find the best guy before she's 30, the best guy that her looks can get. That's fucking hard, man. That's fucking hard. Think about it. Okay, as a guy, you can have kids when you're 60, theoretically, right? So you got time, all this fucking time to build up your knowledge, your power, your value, your money, whatever. You got all this time. And in your 40s, you could still be considered a 9 or a 10 as a man. Okay, as long as you keep your money up and stay physically healthy. You could still be a 9 at 40. A woman is not going to be a 9 at 40. Okay? Pamela Anderson. Look at her. She used to be a fucking what would you say she was? Pamela Anderson. A lot of men will consider her a 10 in Baywatch, right? Look at her now. It's not a 10 anymore, okay? So for you women, my tip would be, since you have your shelf life, you need to find a man that you help build something up. You have to help him build an empire. And that's when he's not going to forget you. You're always going to have a place in his life, okay? Because his value is just going to keep going up and up and up and up and up, okay? Up and up and up. Look at fucking presidents. Donald Trump has a value that is so high, and this guy's in his 70s, okay? And you cannot tell me that this guy, if it was socially acceptable, couldn't fuck a 20-year-old. He could. There would be some fucking 20-year-old that would fuck him because he's powerful. That's just a fact, okay? That's just a fact of life. So as a guy, keep working on your power. Keep getting your money up. And you got all this fucking time. And you as a woman, okay, don't think that your looks will stay forever. Because this is when a lot of women go crazy, okay? This is when you see them go crazy. At 30, they get all this fucking plastic surgery, like Botox. They get emotionally very weird, unstable, and they start hating on men. Oh, it's an unfair world, okay? I had my fun. Now I want something serious. Okay, don't fuck it up. Find a good man that you help build something up, okay? So that he will stay with you. Okay? And you'll never be lonely. You'll always have that guy because he actually understands loyalty. Okay? So this is my tip for you ladies and guys. That's how I live my life, and I think that's the best strategy. If you find a better one, let me know. But I don't think there's a better one. Bills don't care about time. Okay. What does that mean? Seetri told me once he knows everything about women, but still he knows nothing. Naldo says, actually, I'm a good-looking guy. Women want to procreate with me only because they want to spread good genes. Okay. Can you share one of your experiences working with spirit to the outside world? I'm not sure if I understand that question. That's great, but Jeff Bezos left his wife that helped him build his empire. Now he is with a sexy woman. Okay, yeah. This poor lady that had to leave that relationship with $58 billion. Oh my God, my heart is just breaking for her. Would you mind speaking on amplifying people and situations by giving them your attention again in depth? Would you mind speaking on amplifying people and situations by giving them your attention again in depth? Keep statistics about the stuff that you actually want to have in your life. That's it. Okay. The fastest way to increase revenue in if you have a business or whatever is to just keep track of the statistics. Because what you pay attention to, you will increase in your life. I'm telling you. Try it out. Okay? Most people don't have statistics. That's one of the main you can't improve what you can't measure. Okay, so you need fucking statistics. You need to be on the numbers. If you don't know your numbers, you're wasting your fucking time. You need numbers about everything. I'm not a diabetic. I even know my fucking blood sugar when I'm at home. You know, seriously, I even test my blood sugar. I know my blood pressure when I get up in the morning. I know my blood sugar, even though I don't have to test it. I know my fucking resting pulse rate. I know my body fat percentage. I know my maximum pulse rate. I know my recovery rate, how fast my pulse comes back, how much money I make on a daily basis. I have weekly income. I have daily income goals, okay? And I know how long, what time of the day I'm usually going to hit that goal. Okay. I just had an idea. Yeah, I'm not gonna tell you guys, but I just had an idea on how to use that. Okay. Too few to answer this fucking question. She's like almost 5 a.m. for this. What? She's almost 40. Do I think she's a 10? I don't think she's a 10 at all. No. She's a good-looking woman, but I don't think she's that attractive, to be honest. Yeah. Do you think Kim Kardashian is a 10? Yeah? Wow, okay. Well, Liz thinks she's a 10. I don't think she's a 10. She's a 10.
Okay, who do you consider a 10?
Who do I consider a 10? Mm-hmm. Who do I consider a 10? Fuck. A 10? I mean, a 10 doesn't even exist, right? Seriously. What would be a 10? Angelina Jolie, no, she's not a 10 either. Mila Jovovich was a 10. That was a 10. Mila Jovovich. Mila Kunis, Megan Fox. Yeah, Megan Fox. 10. Okay. Well, you have experiences that are connected to that energy. Okay, so to watch the conversation around you, you know, and the spirits will, and it will be connected to the energy that's Kunis. Who's Mila Kunis? Beyonce. Beyonce used to be a 10 in terms of looks. No. But look at that husband of hers. Okay, come on, he's fucking lucky, right? Who's fucking seriously? Mila Kunis, Beyonce. Show me Mila Kunis. Yeah, she's pretty hot. Yeah. Beyonce. Why is she no longer a 10? Because she's old. Beyonce's gotten old, man. She was a 10 maybe in the late 90s, 1999. When she was still in Destiny's Child, that's when she was a 10. J-Lo? Fuck no. No, we were actually talking about that. Even in her prime, her face, she looked like a man. She looks like a... No, she's got a nice body, but even in her prime, she was not a 10. I don't think so. J-Lo. The feet is lagging. Maybe a 7, okay. Well, I think 7 is too low. Scarlett Johansson.
Oh yeah, she's really pretty.
Scarlett Johansson. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, but there's a difference between being beautiful and hot. Okay. And you get that combination very, very rare. That somebody's beautiful and hot. Uh, Courtney Kardashian.
Mm.
No. She says no. I don't even know her. Can your lady name some male tens?
Oh.
Huh?
You.
Me. Okay. Right. Okay. Thank you. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. What's that guy? That guy that played Thor? Is that
Ooh, Chris Hemsworth. But
Chris Hemsworth? You like that guy, right? Yeah.
no.
Come on. What are the girls into right now? Oh. Okay. Well, Scarlett Johansson. Jason Momoa. Yeah, that guy's pretty. Yeah, I know that guy's good looking. Yeah, ladies love Hemsworth. Yes. Yeah. Yep. Kourtney Kardashian. Aquaman. Yeah. Carmen Electra. Yes, Carmen Electra was good. Her top three are Frank White, Aurelius Sopex, and the owner of the Grill of the Serpent.
Commented that. I like them.
She likes that. Okay. The Rock, Selma Hayek. Okay. For sure. Selma Hayek. No, Selma Hayek, no. I don't think Selma Hayek was good. Who's that? Brad Pitt. I think Brad Pitt. When he was doing Fight Club, I guess that guy was he was probably a 9 or a 10. I think so. Selma Hayek in the 90s. I don't like Selma Hayek. I don't know. Damn. Selma Hayek. Where is this stream going? Right? This is weird. Brad Pitt is a 4 now. Right. No, he's not. Aurelius, in one of your past videos, you discussed how attractive women will, for many years, disregard a lot of men because she has a lot to choose from. I missed what you said that could result in. I don't remember that video, but I mean, L-E-L, okay, L-E-L. Okay, I guess you're a woman, and like I said, even if you're a 5 or a 6, you will have a lot of guys willing to fuck you. You probably have guys hitting on you on a daily basis, right? Right? Because there will be guys for every level, for sure. You know, so I just think it's very hard for a woman, man. I feel for you. I think it's very hard. I mean, so many fucking potential suitors and so many guys hitting on you, lying on you. I'm above a 5 or 6. Okay, it's good for you. It just means more guys, right? And I think it's fucking hard. And I think the more beautiful the woman, the harder it gets. Because how do you discern? How do you not turn into a bitch, right? And when I say bitch, it's just so many guys talking to you all the time. Everybody just wanting to, and no matter how nice they are, somewhere in the back of their mind, they just want to fuck you. It's just a fact, okay? That's just the truth. Every guy wants to fuck you. If you're a decent looking woman, I'm telling you, there is no heterosexual man in your life, except family, that doesn't want to fuck you. That's just the truth, you know? So just use the shit out of them, okay? Just use the shit out of those guys. And that's what you're supposed to do. I don't know if you knew that, but you're supposed to use men. You can always eat healthy, lose weight, and get surgery. I want to bang every female on site, actually. Wow. This is true, I can attest. Yeah. Right. No, he's just a friend. Get the fuck out of here. Frank, do you think that people with, uh, whatever, I'm not going to answer that question. Does anyone else want to talk about financial stability? Yeah, friend who bangs her on days that end in Y. Oh, man. Yeah. Well, okay, here's how I deal with that. Because, look, when you're with a woman, other men want to fuck her, right? So, for the most part, I don't want her to have male friends. Okay, there are a few that she can use in terms of business. You know, she's a businesswoman and all that, so she can use her looks to her advantage. Okay, because some fucking chump will do something for her, help her in her business, and get her more profit. Okay, and eventually I will benefit from that too. Okay, that's actually that's actually why I do that. Yeah, that's how I deal with it. Okay, but I know about every male friend that she has. Okay. Now, if I don't know about it, obviously I wouldn't know about it, right? But I believe I know about all of them. Okay. And if I have a suspicion, I'm just going to look into the cards or ask the spirits. Okay. So it helps to be a magician. You know, trust is good, control is better. That's what Gorbachev used to say, right? So the point is this: I'm fine with her having male friends and giving them the impression that there might be some action if she can use them. Okay, I'm fine with that. She can make money off of them if they help her in her business. You know, yeah, just use it, use her looks. But she's actually not that good at it. She's too good of a person. You know, she's too nice. Meaning, she doesn't think like that. She's actually a good person. You know, so she's like, oh, that guy, oh my god, he's so. I'm an asshole, straight up. Okay, I am. I'm a little bit cold and calculating sometimes. That's true. But she's I have to. I mean, let's forget about that. God damn, what an upper hand you got, bro. What should women do after 30? Age gracefully. Stop wearing pink. Okay? Stop wearing the color. Sorry. Okay. Um, it's what 30 is not old. You could still have kids and all that. You know, but age gracefully. Just seriously. I mean, come on. Huh? Moisturize, yes. Get a facial once in a while. From your man and from the fucking, what's it called? Facializer? What's the person that gives you facials? What's it? Dermatologist. Get a facial once in a while, you know? Get a facial. All right. Goddamn, what blah, blah. Do you perform rituals for finances? Yes. Can magic physically change a person's look or just the perception people have of the person? Yes, it can change the looks. Looks are part of magic. How? The facial is the white mask. Let's call it transparent mask. Okay. is funny. How do we go from Lilith to this? These live streams are crazy. Can you share your rituals for finances? The power of semen. Yeah, nah. I'm not going to share them here. I'm not going to share them here. Watch the live stream that I posted yesterday. I go into that a little bit. Question: what would you say is your primary philosophy? I can sense it is broad in context to the system of magic you practice to your individual path working. I think what has been misunderstood by a lot of people is that philosophy is actually the realm of the physicist, and physics is the realm of the philosopher. You see, so when you approach life in that way, a lot of the questions and the confusion that most people have in regards to magic go away. Why? Because see, people have a block in their mind where they have a problem with connecting occult teachings with the physical world, and they don't have a framework on how to deal with life connected to magic. You see, why Descartes, this fucking philosopher, at one point came up with this distinction between mind and the soul, or the physical world and the inside of the human being. Okay, in fact, he said that man doesn't have a soul. Okay, and this is basically what mainstream science is still dealing with. Okay, consciousness in their worldview is an epiphenomenon of the brain, meaning it's something created by the activity of your brain cells, which is total bullshit. Okay, so any thought that you have has measurable physical properties, which is mass. Okay, mass, a certain amount of energy. It's just very subtle and very, very light, but it is part of the physical universe. So mind and the physical universe are interconnected. You see? So there is no distinction between my magical work and how I see life. They're all part of the same universe. There is no magical universe and a physical universe. They're interconnected. Okay? So all is mind. Yes, exactly. So I'll wrap it up with this. Physics is the field of the philosopher, and philosophy is the field of the physicist. Okay? And this is going to solve a lot of problems for you. And with that, just look at nature, and you can look at it at every level, and it will teach you what you need to know. Okay? Look at evolution. Look at what we just talked about in terms of the mating game. This is not something separate from spirituality. A true spiritual person is able to see spirit in everything. Learn, and then take good steps after that, right? So that's really it. Brilliant response. Okay, thank you. I'm here, I made it. Good for you. Okay, one question. I have a natural understanding for this. This is just how I have always seen the world. Okay, where's the question? Where's the question? I wish to do spell work for people in the near future. Okay. The two worldviews are merged together for me. Okay, good. Good, good, good. Because it seduces the person, pretty girl seems harmless. Yeah. Do you think I have to study subjects to make myself marketable to a person? I don't think like that. Make myself marketable to people. I don't think in that way. I think about, okay, let me put it this way. Marketable. You are the product, right? You are the product. So what does that mean? You just put yourself out there and tell people what you think. And people want solutions. You think people listen to me because they look, people listen to you because they get solutions. They get a problem is solved for them as they listen to you. Okay? Something is resolved in their mind, some conflict, which is the only problem that exists actually, okay? All problems that you have exist in your mind. Okay? Now you're going to tell me, "No, I have actual real problems. I have this bill to pay, blah blah blah." Look, any problem that you have in your life only exists because you were not able to think outside of that problem and you weren't able to conjure up a solution in your mind. Okay? So actually every problem originates in your mind. And if it persists, it's because you are not able to think outside of that problem. Okay? So it all comes back to the mind. So what people want is solutions. Something that resolves the problem and the conflict in their mind. Okay? So just provide that. Just and that's really what people want. I mean, why are you on this live stream? Why do people click on my videos? Because they want to hear my mind. What they want is my mind. What's going on in my mind, right? So give them your mind and then see who values it. And if people value it, that's great. If not, then it's not. Some people are not going to be able to. I don't know. You'll see. Some people are going to value your mind. Some people are not going to value your mind. It doesn't matter. You know, just put your mind out there. That's it. Express yourself. Express yourself. What is the best simple method to induce a trance in which your entire body feels heavy and your mind completely focused on the present moment? Sign up on my website, The Unbounded Mind, for the top 10 tips on meditation. You're going to get everything that you need to know about, or most of it, on how to induce a trance. Haha. Because you are seducing us with your mind. Yeah, I want to get out on YouTube soon. Maybe I'm seducing you. Maybe I'm seducing you. And it's true. A lot of women like me. That's a fact. Yeah. I get messages every day from women feeling seduced by my videos. I don't know. Well, do I do that intentionally? I don't know. I don't know. See, I think that most women, when they see me, at first, you know, on the street or something like that, the way I carry myself, my posture, like my body language is very like confident. You know, I think they have preconceived notions about me. You know, meaning, should I put it? It's kind of like, oh, look at this cocky guy. I bet he thinks he's it. Let's test him. You know, I'm very challenging, if that makes sense. Okay, and women try to test me a lot. Okay, I get that a lot. So, and that's fine. That's totally cool. That's what it's supposed to be. But once they know what's in my mind, once they know who I am, and this is what you're getting, you know, if you women start listening to me, and they know that there's actually substance to it. Okay, there's actually substance to who I am, and there's a reason why I'm so confident. Okay, I'm not confident for no reason. If you want the secrets to confidence, is it's competence. The secret to confidence is competence. Just be fucking good at what you do, and then the competence comes all by itself. Just and look, there's nothing that gives you as much confidence as magic. Nothing, because there's no problem in my life that I couldn't handle. with magic. Okay, and that shines through. Just you get very confident, and that is what we all want to think. We all want to have that confidence, that belief, that trust in life that everything's going to work out for us, and I can give you that, and that's what you're getting from me. That's what you're getting. That's what you're feeling when you listen to me. This is truth, confidence, a belief in what I say. You know, and you can you call it marketing? Maybe, but I think it's superior to any marketing. Yes, your confidence and wisdom is very attractive. Yeah, of course, because you look for safety, and I have it. So true, this has changed my life. It has destroyed my depression. It's good. What about men trying to test other men? Is it them just projecting their insecurities on you? Maybe. No, I think that we're no, that's intrasexual uh, competition. That's normal. That's normal. Isn't that normal? If you're if you're a guy and you think you're the shit and you walk around like you're the shit, other guys are gonna get pissed. You know, that's normal. I get that too, of course. You just deal with it, right? So just deal with it. I'm still learning my power, but I see how people react to my presence. Okay, cool.
You said one?
Mm.
Ooh.
Ooh, yeah. Bro, I'm laid back most of the time. People seem to be uneasy about that. Okay. Huh? I'm bored. Just thinking about. Hey, what do you want to eat?
You want to go out or you want to eat
Did you go? Or something else? Let's see. I want to eat out. Love you too. Bro, cook for her. I'm never gonna cook for her. Are you kidding me? The fuck, bro? What are you doing here? No. Well, I might cook, but most of the time she cooks. And I think that's best for both of us. Now, first of all, she's a very good woman, okay? She knows how to take care of a man. I really got to give you some credit here. I think it would be impossible for me to go hungry around her. Okay? I truly think it's impossible. And, you know, what does she make? Spanish food, man. Yeah, that's too personal, man. We're going to talk about that. No, but she takes good care of that, of everything. Good woman. Because yeah, of course, she's with me. What else do you expect? A woman that does not have a problem with keeping the house in order. A woman that does not have a problem with doing my laundry. A woman that does not have a problem with cooking for me and actually washing the dishes after that, right? As a woman, I think should. You know, that's what we got girlfriends for. Right? She does the dishes and I contemplate the fucking universe. Just kidding. Just kidding. Right. That's, let's be serious here. Let's hear what your girlfriend says about your sensuality. Sensuality. What is it? Sensuality. Wow, these are words. What kind of words are those? Your sensuality. What does your girlfriend say about your sensuality? Is that a deal breaker? Your girl does it all, does all the womanly duties? Yes, that's very important for me. I'm a little bit old school when it comes to that, you know. I am a little bit old school. Yes. And I also think it comes naturally to look. You know, there's this old saying: you can build a house with 100 men, but in order to create a home, you need a woman. Because it's very true. Look, I don't give a I could give a shit about fucking interior decoration. I don't give a shit about that stuff. I don't care. But I still appreciate it if it looks better, you know. And she does that naturally, you know. And I think most women are like that. They just walk into a room. Oh, we could put this here. We could put that here. This painting, this picture, blah blah blah. And I think, and I appreciate it when it looks better. But that's not what comes into my mind, you know. So traditional values is what works. Yes. So yeah, we are creative. Yes. She's looking forward to fucking Christmas decoration right now. Can you imagine? We were out eating, and she was looking forward to the holidays because everything is gonna be decorated. You can wait 50,000 years. That shit is never gonna cross my mind. I'm telling you, ever. I'm not gonna think about that shit ever. Have you ever evoked a demon to spice up the energy in the bedroom? Next question. What was your first experience with magic? I was very young. I was very young when I found a magic stick. I'm not gonna go there. Okay. Do you think the elite billionaires that control the world? I'm not gonna go into that. Okay, let me wrap it up now because my phone's about to die. I hope you got something out of this, even though it went into weird directions at times. But 99 minutes, that's good. I hope you got some value out of this, and have a good night. Peace.